Something about this place brings me back, it always brings me back. This kind of love won't change. Brings me back, it always brings me back. I've crossed many miles, but one thing's always clear, my heart stays here.
McIntyre Chevrolet Cadillac Buick GMC is proud to sponsor the Sydney Curling Club. Looking for a new ride? Shop new or use, assisted by our friendly sales team with the largest selection of GM vehicles on the island. Need a part for your vehicle or an oil change? Visit our certified service and parts department for all your vehicle servicing needs. Hurry hard down to 101 Disco Street. Shop anytime online on our website and follow us on social media to stay up to date with all of our latest promotions.
To curl a little. This looks really good, Todd. Looks really good. Will it roll? And
What a
Thomas
shot!
with the shot! He just ticks it. He just ticks it. Will it curl? Will it curl?
Oh, big miss there, big. A little tight.
Oh, yes, it is. Oh, my gosh.
Oh my God.
Wow. Good morning, North America. We are here in Sydney, Nova Scotia for the Nova Scotia Women's Club Championship Day 3. This is draw number 4. Five. It's draw number 5. Jeez, time is flying. And this is the last day of round robin for all of these teams on the ice, actually. This is their third game played. And we're excited to be here. My name is Bastion. I am your... Oh, see the ice there? It's nice and dark. But I am your solo commentator for the start of this morning. I will try my best, and we will try our best to have some special guests up as this draw goes on. But yeah, we're excited to begin here, and we have a very good game lined up. It is 2-0 teams on the ice this morning. Team Adams-Moss against Team Thompson. Let's start with Team Thompson, skipped by Selena Thompson. The mate is Liz Garnett, second Dallas Wilson, and lead Leslie Taylor. One thing to note, this is our second game we're doing for Team Thompson, and Liz Garnett, she throws fourth stones, so while she is in the skip, she is the one throwing the last 2 stones for that team in an end. And Selena, she throws what's typically mate stones, but she does call the game. And throwing red stones, we have Team Adams-Moss. That's skipped by Jocelyn Adams-Moss, mate Amanda England, and lead/second Stephanie Guzzle, who... so Amanda and Stephanie are both throwing 3 stones each, because there's only 3 of them for this tournament. So a little more sweeping for Stephanie, and for Amanda, I guess, when she's the solo sweeper. But this is exciting to have these 2 teams here, because they are undefeated. I believe both of them have a very good shot at the playoffs, but whoever wins this game will for sure be the number 1 in their pool. They'll be going to the playoffs, absolutely. The other team would be at 2-1, and I believe that's probably a good enough record for them to get to the playoffs, but I don't want to confirm anything, because a lot can happen in all these draws, and I don't know all of the permutations. Our producers are crunching the numbers behind the scenes. So I don't know what everyone is waiting for. Waiting for the umpire to tell who has hammer or not. And it looks like blue has hammer in this first end. So that means that Team Adams-Moss will be leading us off. Stephanie at lead. Throwing, we see Jocelyn in the house there. And let's get going. These are 8 end games, 30 minutes of thinking time. You can see it behind the hack there, 30 minutes. Guzwell. Okay. Thank you for pronunciation advice. If there's any other names, last or first, that I'm... Oh, it is Guzwell. I don't even know why I missed that. I might have mistyped it somewhere. Oh, I did mistype it somewhere. That's my bad. Yeah. yeah. Anyway, yeah, it's good to be with you guys. And yeah, if you have any corrections for me, please let me know because I make many mistakes. And great draw to start there from Stephanie. Yeah, and we have another. Okay, okay. We also got the spelling wrong in the title screen. Yeah, yeah. That is producer Devin's fault, so we are blaming it on him. Yeah. We will fix that immediately, though. You got the spelling wrong, Devin. You. Of Stephanie's name. Goes well. Oh, okay. He just checked, and he's admitting his mistake, so we have a lot of accountability here. But yeah, and speaking of Stephanie, and speaking of the comment by Jen Day in the chat, another great Newfoundlander from the East Coast. Yeah, so I learned actually this morning that Stephanie is originally from Newfoundland, and I learned that she played at the World Juniors like while she was from Newfoundland. Jen, you might be able to correct that if I did get some of the facts wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's what I heard. And I heard she went to 2 Scotties, but I wasn't told what province. So I'm not sure whether that's Newfoundland or Nova Scotia, but either way, Stephanie, great curler. So it's great to have her here on the ice and throwing 3 stones, so we get to see more of her. I was correct on that fact. I was correct on those 2 facts I just said. And as Stephanie will throw her last stone of this first end here, I would like to shout out to Marie. Stephanie said to shout out Marie in the chat. So Marie, if you're watching, hello. Welcome to Sydney, Nova Scotia by proxy. We are happy to hopefully have you on stream watching. And Team Adams Moss without hammer is already sung up a really good end here. With that first rock is in a perfect spot, and those other 2 rocks are really good guards now, guarding up the center. And it looks like Team Thompson's going to need to start moving some stones if they want to have a chance to have a okay shot of scoring this end. Sometimes you wait too long, and then by your mate stones, you're just left. With nothing essentially, and then by skip stones, you're really trying these crazy shots. So it's best to start opening it up now. Oh my goodness, that's very unfortunate of a bounce. Yeah, ouch. I honestly didn't even kind of see that. But yeah, that's a horrible spot for that red to land. And yeah, Team Adams Moss now is going to be content just guarding this up. We have Amanda England, who is typically the mate on this team, but today the second/mate, thrown 3 stones. Stephanie just cleaning the rock. It looks really good weight-wise and line-wise. You just want to put it somewhere on the center line. Block off all those reds, and yeah, great shot. Yeah, so if you're Team Thompson now, you need to pick what guard you want to peel. I feel the closer guard, like the one that's biting the house, is the tough, like the worst one. However, since at an angle, you could maybe get both if you were willing to kind of take that shot. But if you missed it, then you're not really getting the key rock out. So this is kind of the safer call where you're going after the one that is the bigger problem immediately. Saw the last one over curl. They're on this one early, but it does seem to be staying out a lot better. I think they're probably going to be able to run something in, and that's a great shot. And actually, look at that. The blue does go on the rings. I think it's 3rd shot. That red's probably out counting it, but that's nice to have another blue rock in there. So great shot. by Team Thompson. That was thrown by Dallas Wilson, who her husband is actually watching in person today. We peer pressured him to come down to Sydney for the weekend the other night. So if anyone else is watching not from Sydney, please, you have 2 days. Well, you really have 1 day, but come down. We'll take you. And we were told, I assume this is for Stephanie. She was 2007 junior champions and silver medalist at the Worlds. So congratulations to Stephanie on that accomplishment. There's very few people that can say that. So yeah, that's amazing. Team Thompson, that was Selena Thompson throwing this rock. She's trying to just kind of move, hopefully, one of those reds out. You can't really get shot out of this, but as long as you get second shot, that's the goal. And it looks like she will. That's a really nice shot by Selena. Pretty much as good as she could have made that. You needed to throw that weight at it so it would curl to nose, because if you ever rolled off, Amanda would have just had an easy hit to get that blue out of there. So yeah, that was a perfect throw by Selena, perfect weight as well. And I think this is probably a guard from Team Adams-Moss, just guarding up the front. Team Thompson has now a good shot at getting two if they ever tap that blue. However, this one is staying out. We have seen some hard finish here, and yeah, this one's great. Took its time, but it did come over, and that's a great guard. And yeah, so now Team Thompson's going for this double peel. Those reds are close enough that you can get both of them out. I'm not gonna say it's easy, but it's easier than a ton of double peels that normally happen. So as long as she hits not nose of the rock, you'll probably get both. That being said, this one is curling out of her hand. So actually, look at the sweep. Dallas, I think, is holding that. And does it run back and get the other red? Wow, that was... I'm not sure if that helped much, actually. It might have hurt them a little bit. And I say that because that blue-red were completely frozen. So if you ever touched the blue, the red was always going to go. Now, sadly, that red is still in the ring shot, but it's not frozen anymore. So you have to be a little more precise if you ever want to do that blue-red to score. So an unfortunate run back there from Team Thompson. And also it kind of clears this draw path. So there's still two guards, so Jocelyn has a chance now to draw in and possibly lie two buried without hammer. For those of you that have been following this weekend, I am tracking stats this entire weekend on my games just for my own amusement, as well as hog-to-hog times and stuff. So I'm going to time this one. I'm not timing all of them, but we'll see how fast the ice is first. And it's been very quick for most of the week, so I feel it will be quick here. And this one is curling, though. The weight does look pretty good, but I got a 15.9, so actually it is light. Good sweep, though, and 15.9 getting top 12 is actually really impressive. So fast ice already here at the Sydney Curling Club. To draw in here. At this point, you can't really hit. There's too many guards in the way. There's too many precise angles. You're likely to give up a bunch of points if you ever hit it the wrong way. So may as well try this draw because she's going to have to throw this on her last stone anyway. It looks like the sweepers are indicating this is pretty heavy, and it does look very heavy. Yeah, I got a 12-7 on that. It's going to be sailing through. They don't even have the backing. It's too bad. And, well, it's too bad, but at the same time, it is pretty good that she was able to have this throw. Sometimes you're not fortunate as a fourth thrower to have a practice throw before what you're going to be throwing on your last, because she's going to have this draw on her last as well. That being said, Jocelyn also just had a practice throw, and now she gets to throw this rock as well. That's a lot of as well. Jeez, I'm tongue-tied. I guess I should have had my chai latte a little earlier, so I get a little kick of caffeine. And speaking of chai lattes, our end one sponsors Cafe by the Bay, which is where I get mine. But you can get that coffee, tea, other products. They have a variety of Cape Breton things, I'll say, because every time I go there, there's different stuff. There's seagulls sometimes, like not real, but great shot here by Jocelyn, great weight. But like wooden seagulls or whatever. There are. Sorry, I'm doing my stats right now. Yeah, they have like wooden seagulls. They have I think paintings as well. Just a variety of mostly craft products and coffee, tea, and whatever hot drink products you may want to have. So yeah, head down to Cafe by the Bay. They are open 7 days a week, and head down to their shop on Wednesday. They have a special announcement that's only in person. I do not know what the announcement is, but if you head down anytime on Wednesday, it will be announced or shown. Oh, and apologies. I need to pause right now because Jack McNamara has arrived. Jack is not the son of any of the curlers on our featured sheet, but he's the son of Emma McNamara, who's on sheet 1 right now. And he's a big fan of the live stream and a big fan of scaring me. And when I'm solo commentating, that means that you might hear me just pause occasionally, and that's usually because I got spooked. Okay, last rock, end number 1. We have Team Thompson trying to get out one of these reds, and that's going to sail right by, and it looks like we have a steal of 2. That one really stayed straight there for Liz. And yeah, steal of 2, first end for Team Adams Moss. A very, very well played end by that team. They had their draw weight locked down immediately and put on the pressure from the first rock. And Team Thompson, while they didn't want to give up a steal of 2 first end, they're probably happy that's only 2, because earlier in the end, it did look very nerve-wracking for them until a couple big peels saved them and put them into trouble a bit more. We have Jocelyn Adams-Moss sliding down the other end. You can see the time counting down behind her in the green. That is, you get 1 minute between ends. So the first rock of every end is not timed. All the other rocks are. And by rocks, I should say, I mean it's thinking time. So what happens is right now the clock wouldn't be running at all, no matter the shot, because sorry, distractions are all around me. Because the rock is running. It's thinking time, so it only runs whenever the rocks are stopped. So let's wait a second. So right now, when the team moves out of the house, you'll see the clock start to run right now for blue because they are, quote-unquote, thinking. Sometimes it's not much thought put in, like this is a pretty easy call, but it's still time to make that call. So that's all that thinking time really means. So I don't know if the call was the guard there from Team Adams Moss. I feel that it was a draw because usually if you're up 2, you don't really want to put up a guard. You like to just kind of force right away and put one in. But because of that guard, Team Thompson now is able to draw in and have their first stone house this end and started applying some pressure. That was a really good draw by lead Leslie Taylor there. And that's a really good shot as well by Stephanie. It didn't come right to the other blue. However, you can probably see from the hack most of that red, meaning that, yeah, look at that view. So it mostly it means that later on, Team Adams Moss will be able to use that to promote their red and then get out the blue. Not sure if this was the call here was a guard or a draw. Apparently there's some door issues somewhere in the club. I was kind of focused on that conversation. Feeling the call might have been a guard just due to the sweepers giving up a little on it. Did curl quite a bit. Usually like your guard a little further over to the left, just to make use of it, but they'll take it. So I said last shot that the first shot by Stephanie, or the second shot by Stephanie, I forget that she has 3 shots, was a very good setup because of where it's at. And so now they're going to try to utilize that setup and tap their red into the blue here. So we'll see. Amanda's sweeping it, even though both Stephanie and Jocelyn are calling for curl. But here it goes, and I think this is a great shot. Yeah, perfect. Does that blue get out, though? And yes, it does. Great sweep by Jocelyn there. And yeah, great shot. Couldn't really do much better than that. And that roll is perfect, too, because there's no double setup. Team Thompson will be able to do a hit and roll, as they're indicating now behind the guards, but that's a very precise shot. You need to be pretty much perfect. And it looks like instead they're going to elect to just clear the front and roll over to have another corner guard, which I always like these types of calls when you're down, because it kind of accomplishes 2 things. It gives you another guard to play with later on in the end, and it also clears up the center for you. So it accomplishes kind of 2 things at once. This one is curling quite a bit, and great sweep and great shot. Yeah, that's perfect. Exactly what they wanted. Now I think we're going to see Team Adams Moss with Amanda England throwing her first rock of this end. She's going to try to probably guard up the center a bit, like kind of replace it, or she might be trying to go in as well. I'm unsure of where Jocelyn tapped. Oh no, she wants a guard. I'm watching Jocelyn right now. Yeah, guarding up that center, putting it right back. This one looks really good. And yeah, that's a great shot. It is a little high, so Team Thompson will try to go after that red in the house. Because it's high, there's more time for the rock to curl after it gets by the guard. So you might not be able to stick it nose, like right on the center of the rock, but you're definitely going to be able to hit it at some capacity. That being said, this one is staying out quite a bit. You need to hit something here. You can't flash it, and it does. That's too bad. So now Team Adams Moss, I'm probably going to try to either guard that one again, or I'd be tempted to even come in now and tap your one that's already in the house. Like you're up by 2. You don't want to put too many guards up. It might give Team Thompson a rock to bury behind. So if you come in, just applies way more pressure. And no, I think they are just putting up the guard, which, again, I don't think that's the bad call. This actually is curling a ton, too. Wow, that really took off there at the end. Now, the bright side, it does block the shot stone. And, yeah, it looks like Team Thompson's just going to peel those out anyway. Saw Selena make a very good peel last end. And that one's really good as well. It opens it up. Now, both reds do stick around, but it does open up the front and leave some guards that they can play with on their next 3 stones. You really don't want to get forced to 1 here, even though you're only down 2, but it would be nice to get 2 right back. As Amanda throws this rock, I'd like to give a shout out to both of Amanda's dogs who are watching at home, Odie and Fozzie. Odie and Fozzie, if you're watching, please give us a bark. Yeah, we are glad to have you on stream, and we hope that we'll see you on the ice someday. And I did learn they're Portuguese. Gracie, do you remember? Portuguese water dogs. Yes, that's so 2 Portuguese water dogs that are watching, Odie and Fozzie. And good guard there by Amanda. Oh, and they are watching. Woof woof. We have in the comments. Great. Another great peel by Selena. It was hard to get both of those out. And again, it opens up that shot stone. So, great shot. And speaking of dogs, I'd also like to give a shout out to Chip. That is Jocelyn's beagle. So Chip, I think, might be watching at home with his father Dale. Chip and Dale, I guess, are watching. But yeah, so Chip, if you are watching, give us a bark as well. Dale, if you're watching, you can bark as well too, or you can say hi. Oh, and we got an answer from Marie, who is Stephanie's mother, who are watching, and I believe it sounds like they heard our shout out. So Marie, good to have you on stream. And if anyone else who wants to comment, whether you're related to this team or not, we will hear you, and we will talk to you. And by we, I mean I will, I guess. But or any of my special guests, I'm sure I'll have more. That was a great guard by Jocelyn, pretty much exactly where she wanted it. And you'll see now that Team Thompson's forced to this draw. A little easier draw than last end, where they don't need, say, full 4-foot to be shot. But it is through a tough port, so we'll see if Liz will be able to make this shot pressure draw to bail her team out of trouble this end. This rock looks really good line-wise. I don't know how the weight is, but I think the weight looks really good as well. Need to get by that second red. I think it will. And what a shot by Liz. Liz Garnett found her draw weight, and that is one blue sitting in a perfect spot. Yeah, you can't get much better than that. So I think Jocelyn Adams-Moss is now forced to follow this rock down, and she doesn't care probably if she's shot or not, but she cares about blocking that draw path again so that Team Thompson won't have the same shot second time in a row. If they give up one here, they'll have hammer up one, so that's a great position to be. So yeah, Jocelyn just looking to follow Team Thompson's rock down, and doesn't need to be perfect, just needs to be somewhere in that path. And speaking of paths, I was walking outside the other day and I stubbed my toe on a rock, a branch, I should say, a branch. And I had to get some medicine for it at the Medicine Shop, our N2 sponsor. So yeah, thank you to the Medicine Shop for being a gold sponsor in this event. And if you need medicine to stub your toe, after you stubbed your toe, I guess, or other medicine, or Mark McNamara is laughing. He must have the same experience as me. This draw really came over at the end, and that was a very good attempt by Jocelyn. Great weight, but just maybe a little too much line. But yeah, if you want any medicine, if you want to check out their LED Primary Care Clinic on Welton Street, they'll have you covered. They offer rapid testing. There's quick access to care that way, so you can start feeling better faster. You don't need to be in any wait times or whatever. Just go down to the Medicine Shop, and they'll make you feel healthy, I should say, again, healthy. And yeah, and they help with stubbed toes as well. But yeah, so thank you to the Medicine Shop, gold sponsor for this this live stream. And we'll be going through all of our sponsors as the game progresses. Okay, last shot and number 2. Liz Garnett just threw an amazing draw for shot stone. She now has a chance to do exactly the same thing. Or, yeah, I think this is just the draw. But she does have backing now. She can afford to be a little heavy because she can come down to that rock that Jocelyn just threw. And this does look heavier. It will need to curl over. This line looks really good, especially with that red one there. Here it goes, and great shot by Liz Garnett. That is 2 blue, and Team Thompson's on the board and has tied up this game after 2 ends. We got a game on our hands this morning, ladies and gentlemen, so this one should be exciting. As I look, Sharon Wong said beautiful shot after Liz's first, and I agree, it was a beautiful shot, and it's good to have you in the chat, Sharon. Selena Thompson waiting for her team there. This is a welcome break for me, though. All of our games yesterday, the teams were flying between ends, and I was very, very frazzled and caught off guard. So I do like this slow and steady small chats that the teams are having between ends, because it gives me time to take a breath. I'm a very stressed out commentator here, usually. And speaking of stress, Jack McNamara is now stalking me. Okay, first rock, end number 3. Leslie Taylor leading us off, throwing blue stones. It's Team Thompson. They're looking just to guard here. You want to get the center line if you can. This one will have a far way to come over. You want to get the center line because we are playing with the no-tick rule, as well with the 5-rock rule. And that is kind of a newer addition to the game. Basically, any rock that is on the center line for the first 5 rocks in an end, 5 rocks being combined between both teams, those first 5 rocks, those rocks cannot be removed. So if they're on the center line, they cannot be removed from play, and they cannot be moved out from the center line. So that's why usually if you want to put up your center guard, that's where you want it to be, because it's like an extra layer of defense. Like if the other team wants to draw behind it, they need to be very precise, and they can't overcurl. And that was an attempted draw from Team Adams-Moss, but it looked like it was a little light, and we now have 2 kind of center guards, not fully on the center. And I think Team Thompson now is going to try to go in right behind there. The line looks pretty good on this one, but you don't want to lose it at the end. There's a lot of heavy finish on these rocks, especially after the hog line. But the line still looks great on this stone. How is the weight? Sweepers aren't sweeping that hard, so the weight must be very close. We want this to be around top 4, and I think it will be. Perfect shot there by Leslie Taylor. And Team Thompson, they've arrived, and they're putting on some pressure early in this third end after that change of momentum and 2 points in the second. See if Stephanie can follow this one down. And that would be kind of a setup shot later on the end. You don't need to be shot here. You just need to be somewhere in the rings and somewhere usable. Much like last end, I don't know if you remember, but Stephanie threw a rock that was not shot, was somewhat light, but I mean, like 2 feet light, but was able to be promoted on her very next stone. And the weight here is actually really good. It's fantastic. However, did need to curl a little bit more, so I think Team Thompson, they're just going to play the freeze or a little tap. Yeah. So that red wall shot is not in the best place right now. And yeah, again, same for Team Thompson. They don't need to be shot here. They just need to be somewhere around that shot red in order to kind of cut down the scoring area and provide some opportunities for them later on in the game. And this rock looks really good. If they can hold the line here, which I think they will. Now they're making a curl. And do they tap that red far enough? Yeah, blue is now 1-2. However, I think they do set up the double here. So while a good shot, it would have been nice to be a little lighter probably. Just so that the double wasn't as much of a gimme, I guess. Because if you hit anywhere on that side of the blue, you probably get both for sure. And you might be lying 2 buried. But at the same time, if you're Team Adams-Moss, you just want to remove at least one of these rocks here. You don't want to say overcurl and I was gonna say you don't want to overcurl and crash, but I think that might be what's happening here. Actually, it's a pretty good result. Yeah, not perfect, but they have a corner. They have a corner guard now. The red's kind of behind that corner. That's a very good result. I didn't realize they were lined up that well. Okay, so I have some sheet updates for you from the other sheets. Let me read them off. So sheet number 1, in the third end, it is 1-1 Cormier McDonald. 1-1 Cormier McDonald after 2 ends. Also after 2 ends, it is 3-0 Townsend over Macaulay. 3-0 Townsend over Macaulay. And on sheet 4, we have Melnick versus Thomas. It is 1-0 for Melnick over Jill Thomas. 1-0 Melnick over Thomas. We will provide more updates as the games go on. And if anyone wants some updates, you're watching and I don't give them, just ask. Because sometimes we forget. I shouldn't say we. Sometimes I forget. And I can get them to you fairly quickly if you prompt me in the chat. As well, if you have any questions about anything, please put it in the chat. And I'll talk about curling. I'll talk about whatever you want. So just let me know, and we will get you that information, factual or not. That guard came a little heavy for Team Thompson, and Amanda England now is going to have a shot at a double to lie 2 with hammer. We saw the last take it in this spot over curl a bit, and this one also seems to be curling right out of her hand. And good sweep there by Stephanie. This looks really good. Do they get both blues? Yes, they do. Does that blue go out? Yes, it does. Great shot by Amanda. Exactly what they needed this end. And suddenly, Team Adams Moss is looking really good to score 2. Look at this replay. That's 1 blue. That's 2 blues. And that's that blue that's slowly going out. There it goes. And what a shot. That's a good spot the red ended up in, too. This is a double, but you need to get a little close to that guard to make this, and you won't be in a good spot when you stick it. You're going to be like just biting the ring. So, yeah, that was a great shot by Amanda. Well thrown. Trying to curl this rock now. It needs to come over a lot. You need to get at least one of these reds. Will they get one of these reds? Oh, no. Maybe just a little more weight than Team Adams Moss, I think, might have just kept that one straighter. But that's very unfortunate. Nathan Toner says, what a replay. Thank you. Yesterday, you might have been missing the replays when we had producer Devin on the stream. But thankfully, producer Gracie's with us all day today. So she's on top of the replays. So thank you, producer Gracie, for all of your technical skills. And yeah, speaking of that too, producer Devins is so embarrassed right now. His cheeks are red. He's like a furnace. And speaking of furnaces, our N3 sponsor is Mercer Fuels. Thank you, Mercer Fuels, for sponsoring both, not only the curling club, not only teams at the club, but also this live stream. You are a great support to the Sydney Curling Club. You're a bunch of curlers. We have Barb, Dave, Todd. They're awesome, and yeah, we're very happy to have Mercer Fuels who support us at all of these events, as well as CC and Gizmo, the 2 cats. I don't think they've ever entered the curling club, but we certainly like visiting Mercer Fuels headquarters and looking over CC and Gizmo. And this draw is very heavy, and it's going to sail right through. And Team Adams Moss now has a chance to lie 4 with hammer. This end has really turned around for them after a couple shaky shots, or not shaky shots, but shaky setups, I should say, at the start of this end. And yeah, Team Adams Moss is looking really good right now. Let's see if Amanda can put this one somewhere top house to block a draw path off and lie 4 with hammer. And this one looks a little light. We see Jocelyn jumping up to help sweep this one. That's one of the issues with one sweepers when you have one sweeper. Okay, good sweep. But yeah, when you have one sweeper, you'll for speed, for carrying that rock, it gets a little tougher. So sometimes your skip or the player needs to come up and help. So good on Jocelyn there for giving Stephanie a little bit of extra help. But I'm sure she would have got there anyway. Yeah, so because that rock came a little light, and by a little light I mean just biting the 12-foot, it's kind of serving as a guard now for Team Thompson. So we saw Liz throw 2 perfect draws last end, so she definitely has her draw weight. If she can get anywhere top 4 buried, it's going to be really hard for Team Adams Moss to remove that blue stone. So let's see if Liz can throw pretty much the same shot as last end. The ice is very quick today. I think it's much quicker than yesterday so far. It's I think we're up to like 15-second hog-to-hogs right now. So we've seen a lot of rocks go through early on, and I believe that's probably one of the reasons. The ice just a little bit faster than yesterday. Sweepers are clean it early, which is good. Means isn't heavy. The line looks really good here. It does look like it has a long ways to curl, but it will curl. There's a lot of really good finish on these rocks. That being said, I think this one is light. It is light. And oh dear. And yeah, that's unfortunate of a rock. They're not even out-counting that top red, and Jocelyn has a chance to do exactly the same thing, well, to try exactly the same thing as Team Thompson. Throw one top four. Anywhere behind that front guard should be putting a ton of pressure on Team Thompson, where they're going to need to make their last stone to bail them out of trouble. I got confused. I thought there was a Sheet 1 update coming, but I was actually looking at our own sheet here. Yeah, so my bad. Yeah, so okay. Jocelyn Adams-Miles looking to draw in here. Live 5 with hammer. And this does look really good for weight. Do they get by that front guard? They need to get by. No tick. She does get by just, and look at this shot. That is absolutely perfect by Jocelyn. What do you have now if you're Team Thompson? I think you need to just try to follow that one down, freeze on top of it, and hopefully just give up 1 point. You're not trying to get shot now. You're just trying to limit the damage. Yeah, so just try to come on top of that red. Even if you're not 4 foot, even if red is sitting 2 after this shot, that is very good, because as it stands right now, Team Adams-Moss has a shot at 6. So you don't want to give up 6. You're fine giving up 2. Even if you give up 3, it's not the end of the world. So yeah, we'll see how Liz dials in her weight here. Her last rock was very close. Like she was, remember, she's only like top house. The sweepers weren't on it all the way, so you could have gone a little extra distance. So you only need maybe like 4 feet more weight, realistically. Okay, last rock. Liz Garnett, drawing against 5 right now, trying to get second shot. The line looks really good. Sweepers are cleaning it. This does need to curl over. Even if it goes behind the rock, back 4, that's going to be a great shot. You can't roll either. If you roll, you give Jocelyn an attempt at a hit. And okay, well, that's, I mean, their second shot. Actually, it's a half buried, so that's not the end of the world. That is a very good weight by Liz. Almost perfect line, but with that weight, it just stayed a little straighter. But you can only see half that rock, so honestly, when you're drawn against 5, I'll take that one right now, because like that's still a great shot, great attempt, and Jocelyn's going to have a precise shot to get more than 1 here. Yeah, you some of the people are talking in here and just pointing out, and this is true, like you can only see half that rock. If you hit it too thin, that blue is going to jam in those back reds just due to the location of it. So you really need to get close to that guard to make this shot. Yeah, so that's a great shot there by Liz. Again, just unfortunate you get that little bounce. But and now you have Team Adams-Moss looking at potentially the run back, which if you're forcing a run back while makeable, that's a much less high percentage shot. So yeah, good throw by Liz, good team shot, and looks like we're going to have a run back for probably just 5. Might be for 6 if you roll on. Personally, I do think this like lighter weight takeout just to get the blue. I think that is probably still the shot. Even if the back blue jams on the reds, you're still getting, I think, 2 out of it because the blue will probably roll off a little. Yeah, I think this is still the shot, but it is a tough shot. With this ice, I don't think Jocelyn's throwing a ton of weight. She's probably throwing more like board weight or maybe an 11-second hog-to-hog time, which I think is correct. You don't want to throw too much weight and risk flashing here. Or worst case, you don't want to risk hitting the front with a lot of weight and having some weird bounce happen that you might not see and giving up one, which is unlikely, but still possible. Okay, last rock. And number 3, Jocelyn Adams-Moss looking to get 5 or 6 points here. Stephanie's sweeping really early. This looks close. Can they get by that guard? Can they get by? It's very close. And no, they do not. And that is just 1 from Team Adams-Moss after an amazing end, but one really good shot by Liz Garnett there. Saves the end for Team Thompson. 1 point for Team Adams-Moss. 3-2 after 3 ends. People are saying that I would have played the run back. I disagree. I think I would have played the. I would have. Yeah, I would have played. I would have called the hit at the start. Producer Devin saying he would have convinced me to do the run back, which I would. I'm not going to comment on that. Team LeBlanc Curling agrees with me. Which part? The part about me being talked into doing a run back, or the part about me wanting to do the shot that Jocelyn called first? But thank you. I'm glad somebody agrees with me here. Looks like this was attempt at a draw, but came a little bit light. Not the run back. Okay, yeah. Thank you, Team LeBlanc. Team LeBlanc Curling, where are you from? But it's good to see a team account in the chat. Lakeshore. Okay. Oh, is this Elliot LeBlanc? Is that the LeBlanc I'm talking to? Yes, sir. That's Elliot LeBlanc in the chat there. Nice to see you, Elliot. Yeah, I have Chief Ice Maker Benito De Lorenzo. He was just coming up to me. I'm recording some hog-to-hog times and getting some times for him. The ice is very quick today. According to this program, it's looking like the T-line weight is 15.4, which is very fast. Yeah, Benito De Lorenzo, our great ice tech, puts in countless hours here. He was out pebbling, and I don't know if he scraped last night, but they were doing work on the ice last night at like 10 o'clock. So puts in tireless hours, or countless hours, tireless work, and we're happy to have him here. So thank you, Benito, for all the ice this weekend. Both teams struggling with this draw this end. I got a 15-4 on this one, so it should be close to T-line. We'll see, Benito, if this is. So, okay, top 8. So, not completely accurate yet. We're still refining the time. It seems. But regardless of where that rock ended up, T-line, top 8, whatever, it's great shot by Team Thompson, buried behind all those guards. And because they're not at the T-line, that's a really good spot to be in. Just because it doesn't give Team Adams Moss something to freeze against. Yes, they can freeze against it, but it's much tougher. I got exactly the same hog-to-hog time on that one, so weight should be really close. And it looks to be pretty much identical of a shot. Yeah, that's a really nice shot. Really good throw by Stephanie. She's really good at these setup shots. And honestly, a lot of her rocks have really come in handy later on in the end for Team Adams Moss. They've been able to do a lot with a lot of the placement and very good placement of her stones. Yeah, so it looks like Team Thompson is taking a little, not a timeout, but a little scrum, little chat, just to discuss what they need to do. Because of that red being such a good spot, they need to be careful here, because if they say tried to draw somewhere else and missed, Team Adams Moss would have a shot to get out that blue, probably sit 2 reds, and put a lot of pressure on Team Thompson with all those guards. So I think they're looking to open it up a little and just kind of minimize the risk for later on in the end. They're only down 1, and it's only the 4th end, so you don't need to take risks when at this point in the game. And frog is over curling, I think, from where they wanted to hit it. But actually, that worked out really well. Now, sadly, there's now 2 reds also in the rings. But in terms of guarded blues, that's pretty much as guarded as you could be. And Team Adams Moss now, I would be potentially tempted to try to open up the front, just because blue is still sitting 1. Try to run back that blue. You might be able to sit 3. However, it's still early in this end, so I don't mind this draw call. Like, if you make this draw, you're going to have Team Thompson scrambling to hit it out. Uh-oh, this looks light, though. Jocelyn is running up to help sweep. The line's also tight. They can definitely get this by if it has the weight. Does it have the weight to get by? I don't think it does, and it will crash a bit and just end up top 12. But that's a very raisable stone, so a good throw still by Amanda England there. And yeah, Team Thompson needs to be really careful, because if they try anything too crazy and open up or give a bad angle they might not see, there's a chance Team Adams Moss might be able to lie like 4, 3 or 4 probably. Like you be really careful with just 1 blue in the house. They're looking at just hitting and sticking on the one Amanda just threw. I think this is probably the smartest call. You won't be sitting, well, you'll be sitting like 4th shot, but again, you take away that easy promotion. And you have something you can promote later on as well. However, this one looks tight. You really don't want to open up that front. You need to get by this front guard, and oh dear. That is a little bit of a disaster for Team Thompson. It's opened up that red, blue, and Team Adams Moss now is going to have a shot to lie 5, I think. Yeah, and we have 4 reds in the rings right now, potentially 5 in a second, but 4 reds in the rings, 4th end. That reminds me of our N4 sponsor, the Lakes Golf Course. Usually for these tournaments, the Lakes does what's called a 4 in the 4th giveaway. And on our league nights as well, they do a 4 in the 4th giveaway, where there's a draw every month for passes to the Lakes Golf Course. And actually, 4 in the 4th. Perfect. But yeah, there's the Lakes does this giveaway. The giveaway passes to the Lakes. And this for this weekend, for this tournament, they've decided not to do the, say, 4 in the 4th, but just do 4 passes in the tournament, I guess. There's no real ring to it. But yeah, so one of these teams will be lucky enough to win 4 passes to the Lakes. There'll be a draw. It was supposed to be last night, and then I can't say anything, but we just honestly kind of forgot. There was a lot going on last night. And anyway, this morning, the plan now, after this draw, we'll be drawing for the 4 passes. So one of these teams will be lucky enough to win passes to the Lakes Golf Course, a beautiful golf course in Bastion. I've been there many times, and I will go back many times because it is absolutely gorgeous. So yeah, thank you to the Lakes for doing this giveaway, and thank you for all of your giveaways you do at the club. It is wonderful going to the Lakes constantly and seeing all of these curling club members there, and hopefully I'll be able to see some of these tournament teams there as well. It looks like Team Adams Moss is calling it a timeout, I think. I am a little unsure what there is to discuss, but maybe they just want to talk about the situation. It's actually, I guess they're thinking they probably can score some points here, so they're probably looking how to best position these stones. But yeah, it is a very good setup they have. They're sitting 3, I believe. Yeah, I think it's definitely 3. And while blue is in the house, they're going to need to move some stones to try to score more than 1. But yeah, I feel like Team Adams Moss is looking to maybe steal and get their extra points back that they didn't get last end when they missed that last shot. If you have super hearing, you might be able to hear what they're saying. I cannot. Right now you see Jocelyn indicating a draw behind that little stagger. I do like that call quite a bit. Personally, I think this is the safer call. I'd be tempted, but you really need to be careful with this one to tap that top red up kind of behind the double blues. If you get almost to nose, it's going to be really hard to remove that red. But the risk with that is that if it doesn't curl enough, you might tap blue up by accident, and then you're making a shot for the other team. So this is the safer shot and essentially accomplishes the same thing, just a slightly less... a slightly worse outcome, but still a very good outcome, regardless. So yeah, good call, good discussion. Saves a bit of time, too. We saw Team Adams Moss get pretty low on time in their game against Team Lisa McDonald. Well, both teams were very low on time, actually. That game we switched over at the end of the afternoon stream. I do recommend it. It was a very close game and very fun to commentate on those last couple ends. This rock looks a little light and inside. Well, maybe not inside, but it's over curling a bit. And that is an unfortunate place, I think, to end up, because now blue has pretty much a straight tap, well, not tap, but takeout to sit 1. Yeah, for those of you watching at home too, a reminder that I am taking stats for this game just for fun. But if you want any comments on stats how to take stats or just on ice times, 'cause I'm also doing that just because I'm a little crazy. Just ask. And oh dear, this one is a little outside. You might get away with it, and they do. And that's a... Oh, the red stuck around. Huh. That is an interest... Wow, I'm just trying to process this house now. That really changed things. I think a little for the better, but Team Adams Moss can now draw behind that stagger, and I don't know how you'll be able to remove that red if Jocelyn makes this well. And she can make this well, because she, I don't know if you remember last end, her perfect draw to the forefoot with this same rock. So if there's one person I wouldn't, if I'm the opposition, if there's one person I wouldn't want to throw this stone, it's Jocelyn. And if I'm the team throwing right now, I would very much want her to be throwing this. So yeah, time to put some pressure on if you're Team Adams Moss. See if you can get a rock in the forefoot, or at least second or first shot. But do need to be careful. If you're ever a little light here at over curls, you might leave Team Thompson and out to be set up to score 2. We have Amanda England running up to help sweep this. It must be a little light. The line does look great, though. Again, hard finish after the hog line, so we're going to see this one swoop in behind these guards if it has the weight. And I don't know if it has the weight to even get... Oh, it doesn't. Doesn't now count that other blue, but it does guard that back red. So very good miss there by Jocelyn, because it makes things tough for Team Thompson. They do have this, I think, promotion double that they're looking at right now, but that's 2 rocks to get rid of the shot stone. So Jocelyn buys some time with that rock. So a good throw. If you're going to miss that stone, you need to miss it that way. So, yep, good throw. You do need to be careful if you're Team Thompson, because if you ever hit that red the wrong... Oh, maybe not. I'm just looking to see if that other red might hit your blue that's already second shot, but it might always go over the top. That being said, you kind of need to play this just to open up that center for your last stone as it is. So even if it clips that back blue, ideally the blue still stays in some way. Okay, first rock for Team Thompson in this fourth end. They're on it right away. It looks really close. And wow, I didn't expect that blue to squeak in there, but I guess the way they hit that's a really good shot. Blue is sitting now second and third shot. Team Adams Moss needs to be really careful now, or they might give up three out of nowhere. Let's see this replay. Yeah, so you see this... Yeah, how does that squeak in? There's such a small hole. Wow. Yeah, that was probably the best way you could have made that shot. Sitting second and third and freeze up that back red. And even if Jocelyn hits this now, if she noses it, there's always going to be that shot for 2, like the open hit. You kind of need to roll in front. And I don't even think you get the double that way, because the double you need to hit it so thin. Yeah, that was a perfect shot by Liz Garnett there. And yeah, very precise shot coming up for Jocelyn Adams Moss. I think it needs to get this small roll to make Team Thompson be forced to throw a double on their last for 2. Some sheet updates for you as well. On sheet 1, they're in the 5th end. Team McDonald's leading 3-1 over Team Cormier. On sheet 3, Team Townsend's leading 6-0 over Team McCauley. And sheet 4, Team Melnick's leading 3-0 over Team Thomas. Okay, Jocelyn Adams. The Rock's got to curl a ton, but with only one sweeper, it's a little tough sometimes to change sides. And yeah, that Rock's going to roll way too far. And Team Thompson's going to have an open hit for 2 here. And once again, after an end that looked really scary for Team Thompson, kind of out of nowhere, they turn it around and they have now a shot to get 2 and take the lead of this game. Okay, last rock now, end number 4, Team Thompson. Looking to get 2. Needs to hit and stick or have a roll to the 8-foot somewhere. They're on it hard for line, but I think this is good. This looks to be almost perfect. Does it roll a little bit, but just close to the button, and that's 2 blue and 4-2 Team Thompson over Team Adams-Moss now. 4-2 Team Thompson over Team Adams-Moss. They take their first lead of the game. And it is the 4th end, which means that it is a 4th end break, 5-minute break for each team. For the teams, I should say. And yeah, we're going to have a word from our sponsors. Then we're going to play some music for you guys. And we're going to take a little break, but we'll be right back after this 5 minutes. So stay tuned. Great curling to come after the break.
Stream is brought to you by The Curling Store, Medicine Shop, Mercer Fuels, The Lakes Golf Course, Destination Cape Breton, Daniel's Ale House and Eatery, Cafe by the Bay, and McIntyre Chev.
Something about this place brings me back, it always brings me back. This kind of love won't change. Brings me back, it always brings me back. I've crossed many miles, but one thing's always clear, my heart stays here.
McIntyre.
Okay, everyone, we are back. We are back to the game. Let's have some. There we go. I was like, it's very quiet for some reason. But yeah, back to the game. Good to be back. That was a good 5-minute rest. Last night there was a dog in the curling club that I was able to pet during the fourth end break. Sorry. Tonight that was not the case. But Travis Stone has just seen that Elliot LeBlanc is in the chat. He is saying hello, I think. Now he's rolling his eyes at me. Travis Stone. Yeah, now he's looking at the YouTube account. That was a perfect center guard by Team Thompson there. Good start to this end. While they have the lead, it's only a 1-point lead, and there's still 4 ends to play, so you need to still put on some pressure if you're Team Thompson. While this is one of the first guards, we see Team Adams and Moss throw because they have been kind of in control of this game until now, and now they really need to start generating some offense and put up these guards. Team Thompson looking to draw behind this center guard they put up, and this rock looks really good. Again, heavy finish on this ice. And great shot. Pretty much on the button. And hello, everyone. Everyone at home, we have a special. We have a special guest coming up. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Brad Wilson with me, 2026 Nova Scotia Men's Club Champion. How you doing, Brad?
Good morning.
Yeah, it's good to have you here.
Great to be in Sydney.
Oh, and Chris Grancelli is in the chat too. Also a 2026, your skip.
I don't know about that guy.
Oh, really? Yeah, so welcome to Sydney. You made the drive down after some prompting from me.
That's right. I think you talked us into it Thursday night.
I'm so happy.
Saw you on the stream.
I'm so happy.
Well, listen, I gotta say, it's my first time back in the Sydney Curling Club since 2018, when I lost a provincial final here to Kurt Roach, and I've been sour. So after 8 years, I'm over it, and I decided I'll return.
Okay, well that's good. So we're glad to have you back.
I'm glad to be back.
Are you gonna have flashbacks watching?
Yeah, I think it was Sheet 2 as well. So
Sheet 2 was the final. Yes.
Still a little nervous.
But new rocks now.
Excellent.
Travis Stone is talking about techie French kids. Is that me? Great shot there by I think that was Dallas. Do you know Dallas?
Yeah, I've seen her around a few times.
Okay. That's good. She's a good curler, I think.
To me, she is.
Good, she's played really well.
I agree.
Yeah.
I have to.
Okay. Oh, okay. Don't sound so pleased about it. Yeah, so how have you been enjoying this game? You've been watching it closely. I've seen you in front of us watching.
Yeah, it's been a lot of back and forth, a lot of opportunities, I would say.
Oh, yes. Yeah, a lot of opportunities both missed and made.
That's right.
From both teams.
But we've got a close game here as we move to the second half.
Yeah, that was a great shot there. Double takeout. Yeah, so tell us a bit about the club championship, because the women's team winning this weekend will be traveling with you guys, Team Grancelli, to the Nationals in Ontario, I believe.
That's right, yeah, St. Thomas, Ontario this year, which I had to look up, thinking it was southwestern Ontario somewhere, and I was right. It looks like kind of a suburb of London, I would say.
Okay.
So about 2 hours from Pearson Airport.
And this isn't your first time at a Nationals, right?
Correct. Have been to 2 times previously as well. Once to Ottawa and once to Edmonton. Okay. So looking forward again. It's been a little while.
3-time provincial champ.
Last time was 2019. So not sure we still had enough juice left in the tank.
I think you do. And look, Chris Grancelli seems very happy about this trip. He's now our #1 fan in the chat as well.
Unbelievable, yeah. We were recently made aware when we won that we earned a no expense paid trip.
Oh, really? Okay, wow, that's very gracious. Yeah, well, I wish you the best of luck. We'll be following back home.
Excellent.
Hopefully they have live streaming like this at St. Thomas.
I don't know if it
Curling
could
Club.
be as good as this. This is amazing.
Oh,
Unreal
thank you.
job.
Thank you.
Yeah, we always tune in when we're at home to the Sydney Curling Club live stream.
Yes, and we're glad everyone's tuning in at home today. Chris Grancelli, actually, I'm curious why he's not at the club right now. He was here Thursday night.
Well, you know what? I did hear from him. He texts me about once a week, and he let me know that he was going to be making an appearance tonight. So I think we'll see him again.
That's good. That's good. Nighttime Grancelli.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh.
I don't think he is much of a morning person. I'll give you that.
Yeah. It looks like Team Thompson has a good setup right now. One rock, pretty much frozen, and if they can guard this up, as long as they guard, I guess, the left-hand side of this rock, it's really good. And speaking of guards, you're no longer lead throwing guards now, right? You play second now?
Yeah, that's right. Ian and I flipped maybe last year 4. And changed it up. So no, not throwing as many guards.
Yeah, what's it like playing second?
I'm enjoying it. Yeah, a few more shots in play, and
How's Ian enjoying it?
good. Yep, really
Okay,
good.
That's good.
Still enjoy the sweeping though, but I gotta say, after the 9 games a couple weekends ago, I was feeling it.
Yeah. Oh, you have a fan who's grimacing at you.
Yeah.
And oh boy. Well, that's probably a little bit better for them. Freeze up their that blue to have an easy takeout, but
Yeah, I think we got a little bit of FOMO on Thursday night watching the game online,
Right,
and
yeah.
then realized the grandparents were up here too. So
yeah.
had the kiddo talk me into a bit of a road trip.
Well, I'm glad. Is this your first time in Cape Breton in the last couple years, or have you?
No, you know what? I've been here not once a year, but certainly maybe every second year type of thing for work. So I have been back,
Well,
but
that's
just
good.
not into the curling club.
Okay, I see. Yeah. Well, speaking of Cape Breton, our N5 sponsors, Destination Cape Breton.
What a segue.
So, yeah, well, it's if you ever want to come back or figure out other things to do, check out Destination Cape Breton. Have you heard of them before?
I have.
Well, have you heard of them before our live streams?
Maybe not. Maybe that's
Okay.
where it was.
Well, you better tell them that. 'Cause,
okay.
Yeah, they'd be pleased to know about everything that all this promotion that we're doing for this island, especially for the.
I can send an email.
Yeah, please. Yeah, I reach them at Genevieve at destinationcapecb.ca.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Now
Oh,
you know where I
almost a
have
double.
been and enjoy going is the lakes at Benyan.
Oh, yeah.
And I understand that
Okay.
they're a sponsor
They
as
are,
well.
and number 4.
Excellent.
Yeah. You've golf. You're a golfer.
I have. I don't know if I'd say I'm a golfer, but I enjoy it,
Okay.
and I have played at the lakes.
Well, that's good. So, are you a better golfer than a curler?
Absolutely not.
Okay, same.
Excellent.
Yeah, so we're in the same boat. I've heard Chris Grancelli's an excellent golfer.
Yeah.
I'm just making that up. I actually don't know.
No, he's pretty good. He's
Oh, he
pretty
is?
good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Chris says well.
We're giving him a bit of a hard time this morning.
Yeah. Well, it's because he's not here. And to anyone else not here, be like Brad. Come down, please. Because we have many seats that are right now empty, but will be filled. So the sooner you get to the club, the quicker you get your seat.
Yeah, and you know what? I think it's fair if you take a few jabs when you're a member of the Sydney Curling Club Hall of Fame, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. Yes,
Now, what about who I haven't seen here that I'm looking forward to seeing and hoping will be down at some point? Garth Nathanson.
Garth was here yesterday.
I see. I haven't seen him yet,
And
so I'm hoping to
yeah.
catch him today.
I believe Garth will be helping with ice. in the afternoon draw and onward.
Excellent.
So
Excellent.
yeah. But he will not be here at all tomorrow.
Okay.
Garth is attending a birthday party for his granddaughter Hannah.
Oh.
Which shocking that he prioritizes Hannah over us. I know, but I guess so.
Well, that's great. The first time I was here, Garth was the club liaison, I'll say, in that role, and that was the first time I met him, and love that guy. Love him. What a guy.
He's very cheerful.
Yeah.
And we love Garth. And Garth, this is a good time to highlight both Garth, Bill Gallant, and Brent Denny, and actually Matt Latimer and Bobby Dubois as well, who have helped out with ice this weekend. They are volunteer kind of ice helpers, and we don't have many, and they are a small and mighty crew. This weekend we don't have many. Some are away, some are timing, some are streaming myself. So thank you guys for helping. We appreciate your work. So yeah.
Well, and we all know these types of events can't happen without having those volunteers involved.
Yeah. Oh boy, it's very quick here. I'm getting that was a 14.5 I timed. So very quick ice.
I've heard all the chatter here at the club has been about how keen it is.
Yeah. Well, it's definitely keener today, I think, than the other days. But we're very fortunate with our ice maker Benito. I don't think you've played on Benito's ice. Benito's, I think,
maybe not.
This is his 4th year. Maybe?
Okay.
Yeah, he is. He's an excellent ice maker, and we're very lucky to have him.
Well, I've heard only good things about the ice from folks that have been up. Seeing you guys and Travis and others that have been up for that Sydney cash spiel. So,
which you'll be here next year.
We're trying to get talked into it, aren't we?
Good.
Yeah.
You should. You have Chris Grancelli on your team.
Well, apparently he's already has a team for this. He's told us, so we'd have to look for somebody else.
Yeah. Oh, he does have a team. Yeah, he does play every. Yeah. Yeah.
All right, so it looks like we've got last rock to come here in this 5th end.
That was a good draw by Liz. Cuts off the draw path a bit for Jocelyn. She needs to go a little bit wider than her last one. That being said, I think Jocelyn made a perfect draw to the 4-foot in this exact same spot a couple ends ago. Mm-hmm. So I am going to time this one as well. I'm curious to see how this one will compare a little further out. The last one I timed not very precise, so I might be a little off. I timed a 14, I think 3. Is that what I showed you, or 14.4?
14.4.
And that was through the house. So
that's right.
We're looking probably for like a 15-second time. So we'll see if Jocelyn can dial back her weight just a little bit. With one sweeper, definitely tough, right?
Not as easy. With today, straight curl. A lot of work for one sweeper.
Yeah. Well, you got to really change sides. This one doesn't look heavy. And Amanda is running up to help sweep this. Definitely needs to go. The line is great. Can they get this to the 4-foot? I think it's good.
Never a doubt.
Yeah. Great throw by Jocelyn. We have a tie game, 4-4 after 5 ends. And yeah, that's perfect draw weight there. Boom.
Great.
4.
Well, thanks for having me on, Sebastian.
Thank you for
looking
interviewed.
forward. Thanks, gracious host as usual, the Sydney Curling Club. Glad to be back.
Yes.
And
enjoy the rest of the
job
game.
well done by the entire crew here.
And good luck at Nationals next November.
Thanks so much.
Take care. Okay, and now you're stuck with me. That was Brad Wilson. Again, his wife Dallas is curling on the ice second for Team Thompson, and he made the trip down from Halifax. So glad to have them at the curling club, and glad to have him watching this close game. 4-4 after 5 ends now. So, this is getting exciting. So that was meant to be a center guard. Okay, I like this call, actually. So that was meant to be a center guard. Didn't go quite on the center line, so not perfect. And it also is pretty high, so you're going to see Team Thompson now. They're trying not to draw in behind, but they're trying to put up a guard behind that other guard, kind of have a double corner. You might be wondering, there's 3 ends to go. Why would they do this? Actually, this one's curling a ton. Does it get by the guard? You need to get by. Great shot. But yeah, why would they do this? Why are they going so aggressive, tied, 3 ends left? Well, this is a very important end. It's a 6th end. It's an even end. They want to score now because you don't expect steals. And if all goes well, if they score in this end, and if they score more than 1 in this end, they're going to be looking at possibly a tie game or a lead going into the last end with hammer. So this 6th end is very important, and you're going to see both teams play pretty aggressive because both will want to score in this 6th end. But of course, it is easier for Team Thompson having the hammer. And another center guard attempt by Team Adams-Moss. And that's a pretty good shot. It doesn't get right to the center line, but it is a center guard. So good throw there by Stephanie. And Team Thompson's trying to draw between this, in my mind, a really tight port. Because that's center so kind of close to the house, I feel this is like kind of a weird port to get behind. And they can tick it because it isn't on the center, which they will, but they tap it up. Well, they get another corner out of it, but yeah, I wouldn't say that's ideal for Team Thompson there. But still in an okay position to score. Looks like Team Adams-Moss looking to put up another center guard. Just having a little trouble with the line there. And that one does go right in, and it isn't on the center. So yeah, Team Thompson has a chance to hit and roll behind their corners now and start to put in some rocks to hopefully score more than 1 later on in the end. And they are going to roll, but they're not rolling the right way. Yeah, and that one goes right out. Yeah, that's maybe a little too much weight on that rock. It didn't really curl at all. Oh, there's some. Oh, there's some discussion now whether that rock was out. Looks like they've decided it is out. And yeah, so Jocelyn is looking for a guard still. It's no longer the free guard zone, so Team Thompson will be free to start peeling out these guards. But again, both teams want to score, and Team Adams-Moss is going to have a tough time scoring if they don't have any guards in play. So you got to put one up and not have this in the rings or too close to the rings to give Thompson an out, a hit and roll or something. They seems to be straightening out a bit. That's a couple rocks now that have not curled as much at the end for Team Adams-Moss. However, that is a good guard. Like it did get over quite a bit. You see another hit and roll from Team Thompson. Not much ice they're taking here. We saw the last one didn't curl enough. And And it is going to get a roll. Will this stick around? Yes, it will, and that's a really good roll. Might have rolled a little too far, though. Right in the middle of that. Yeah, wide open, sadly. Pretty much you could have rolled anywhere a little less or a little more, and you would have been perfect, but not right there. So yeah, looks like Amanda England has a chance to do a hit and roll herself. Might be a little tougher now with that pork, but I feel like you can get behind one of these guards. Oh, this is curling a ton, though. Stephanie on the sweep. Does she get by? No. Tick, tick, tick. And that red goes right through. Very close, very good sweep, but that rock did end up curling on them. Might see that intern side just being a little bit more swing to it, as the other side we've seen a few rocks now stay a bit straight on both teams. Now, I missed where she tapped, but I expect with this ice we might be looking at a little draw behind the corners now, trying to set up a 2 for this end. Or maybe a wick off their own. No, I feel this is a draw. I heard back 8 they're calling, so this is heavy. Yeah. This might have been the wick. And it's a pretty good spot. The double is tough. You need to curl kind of behind that guard to get it. Actually, well, it's probably possible with the way it does move. But you still got to get close to the guard. I think I heard Jocelyn call out 10. That is the weight hog to hog. I am timing some of these stones, so let's see how Amanda throws this one weight-wise. This is a little outside, I think, out of her hand. So the double, I think, is out of the question now, but can she stick off of this center one? And, okay, she does. And she rolls not behind the corner, but she is shot stone, so Team Thompson will have to do something with that stone. That was a 10-5 I timed. Not perfectly, because it's hard for me to see on the stream and stuff, but a good weight by Amanda. She threw about what Jocelyn had called for. I don't really know what the discussion is here. This rock does seem wide open to me. Not sure I like this turn call personally, just because of how straight it's been. If you're ever outside, you might risk crashing on the guard. But they have thrown this a lot, so doesn't look to be too much panic about this. And yeah, that's a really good throw there by Selena. And blue is sitting 2 with hammer. Great shot. So now I think with skip stones now, Jocelyn needs to start making a move to put a rock kind of in a in like a nice spot, like behind those guards. It is a tough roll though. You need to roll pretty far. We have a comment, updates from the other sheets. Our producer Devin, he is currently gathering that information. So give us like a minute or two, and then we'll give you some updates from the other sheets here. And thank you for the reminder. Once again, anyone, if you want reminders, if you want updates from all the sheets or a specific sheet, please just ask, because sometimes we forget about that. Looks like Team Adams Moss trying to make this rock curl now. This looks really close for the roll. You can't hit it too thin, though. You don't want to roll out. Don't want to roll out. How far can they get this? That's a really good shot. I think that's a very good spot to be in. Like, you need to kind of over curl past that guard in order to stick the run back from the blue. So good throw there by Jocelyn. Good, really good weight. Okay, some sheet updates for you. On sheet number one, it is 3-3 Cormier McDonald. They're playing the 7th end right now. 3-3 Cormier McDonald. On sheet 3, it is 7-1 Townsend over Macaulay. 7-1, they're in the 7th end. And is that game done? Sheet 3 is finished, so Team Townsend has beat Team Macaulay. And on sheet 4... Oh, on sheet 4, they're throwing last rock right now. It's still 3-0 Melnick over Thomas. Oh, sorry, it is now 3-1. 3-1 Melnick over Team Thomas. Okay. Is Garnet throwing last rock, Team Thompson. Let's see if she can sit 2 with this one. Precise tap. Does look really close, but need to be careful here. Can't have it over curl too much at the end. And great shot. And yeah, that's perfect. Red is still shot, but you got to be really careful now if you're Team Adams Moss. If you don't make this guard, blue is going to have a shot at 3. That being said, I do think they were trying to get shot rock out of this. You probably wanted to hit it just a little bit more in order to get shot. Because if Jocelyn makes this, then I don't know how you score. Oh, okay. Sheet update. Sheet 4. So it was 3-1 for Melnick over Thomas. It is now 3-3. They're in the 7th end now. 3-3 Melnick-Thomas going into the 7th end. So close game. That is one playoff team for sure, and most likely the second team on that sheet will also make playoffs. Okay, last rock, Team Adams Moss in the 6th end, looking to guard their shot stone and make things really tough for Team Thompson on their last. And it'd be great if they can score here for them, because they'd have hammer then potentially in the even ends. The line looks perfect on this. Will this stop in time? I think it does. That's a great throw by Jocelyn. I don't think you could place it in a much better spot. So it looks like Team Thompson's looking at the run back potentially. Now, that's only for 2. You need to hit this red straight back so that the red spills out and your 2 blues stay in order to get 2. They were looking at the potential of possibly giving up 2, but I don't think that's possible just with the angles, how they're lined up. I don't think that blue ever spills and the reds stay, both of them. Okay, last rock and number 6. Liz Garnett looking for a miracle shot here to score 2. Can she get this? It's really close. Does she get this? Okay, that was a great shot. That's 1 blue. Doesn't get her 2 points, but she does retain hammer, hopefully in the even ends, and goes up 1 after 6. 5-4 Team Thompson over Adams Moss here. Close game. Look at this replay, too. We see almost a slip. Good recovery by the sweeper. And that is a great run back by Liz Garnett. And ladies and gentlemen, we are now going into the 7th end, and you know what that means. It is time for everyone to get up off your seats at home, get your yoga mats out, and it's time for the 7th end stretch. Oh yeah. We are here at the 7th end stretch. Great time. Thank you, Daniels, for bringing us this stretch.
Is this mic work? Oh yeah, here we go, that's my voice changer. So yeah, thank you Daniels sponsoring this 7th end stretch. Music 7 times a week. Visit Daniels. Happy to have that.
Wow, I feel great right now. I'm so stretched. Okay, we are back in the 7th end now. It says 6th end on the screen, but it is the 7th end. Producer Gracie? It is the 7th end, not 6th end. There we go, 7th end. Perfect. This was looked to be a takeout from Team Thompson. Not the way they wanted to get that red out, but I guess that works. And now Team Adams-Moss will also look to take that one out. So this is probably going to be an interesting end strategy-wise for these teams, because Team Adams-Moss is down 1 with Hammer. They're going to probably be looking to blank. They don't really care about scoring that much. I mean, if they can score a ton, that's great. But they don't really care that much about scoring 1 or 2. They don't really want to do that, because then they don't have Hammer in this last end. So expect them to play it a little open, and then expect Team Thompson to start playing a little bit more aggressive, just to try to force 1 point out of Team Adams-Moss. You won't see them too aggressive, but just a little bit. So yeah, this should be an interesting end to watch in terms of what the skips decide to do. But yeah, Team Thompson does have a center guard up right now, so you'll probably only see them put up that 1 guard and then hopefully roll in behind it later on in the end. You also see both teams rushing a bit. They were under 15 minutes, or just at 15 minutes each at the start of at the 4th end break, which is half their time. So they do need a quick end here, especially if the 8th end gets a little messy. They'd want time to think. Both teams have 8 minutes now, though, so that's great time on the clock. But still, you want to bank up as much as you can, especially Team Adams-Moss, who've already used their timeout this game. And yeah, speaking of Daniels, our 7th end sponsor, just a little bit more about them. They are a ale house and eatery on Charlotte Street in Sydney. They are proud supporters of the Sydney Curling Club, and they are also hosts of Downtown Trivia Summer Edition. So on Mondays, you might be familiar with Downtown Trivia at the Sydney Curling Club. We host it on Fridays quite often. Not quite often, but like throughout the year. However, starting last year, Daniel started hosting a trivia on Monday nights under the Downtown Trivia name, and they do a great job. I've been to a few of them, and I will be to a few of them this summer as well, because it is always a good time. That's Monday nights, 7 to 9. So if you don't want to listen to music for some reason, or live music, you should instead go do some trivia at Daniel's. And it was kind of a scary shot from Team Adams-Moss there, looking like it could have been a flash. But they do get it out. But because they rolled out, because they rolled out, it means that Team Thompson is now going to have a shot to draw in right behind their center guard they set up, and that might start having the force being on for Team Thompson over Team Adams Moss. So that's the downside of rolling out on the shot like that, is you give this opportunity. Line looks okay. It does need to curl over a little more at the end. Can they get it buried? I don't think they do, but it probably... Oh, actually, that's... Wow. You never can tell from the overheads, I guess, because it's almost fully buried. Great shot by Selena. It is not a long guard, but it isn't like a tight guard, so you're probably still able to get that blue out if you throw like hack weight here. So we'll see what Amanda throws. You're probably looking around an 11 to a 12 hog-to-hog time for this hit. This is kind of the downside of having one sweeper too. You're going to see this. You're going to see Stephanie jumping over side to side, and this rock is not coming over. You don't want to tick it in further, and yeah, that sails right by. I had a 12-9 on that, which is quite a slow time, and that was definitely board weight. So yeah, fast ice today. And yeah, this is a really big opportunity for Team Thompson. If they if they draw anywhere behind their guard, even if they're top house now, they might not even be looking at a force. They might be looking at a steal opportunity. Yeah, this looks really nice. You want to try to bury this, tuck it in behind that center guard, maybe halfway. And I think they're going to get it there. Yeah, what a shot. What two shots by Selena. And yeah, Jocelyn needs to peel now. Well, you need to try to get rid of two of these blues, so run it back right on top. And England throwing the weight here. She needs to get one of those blues. Does it over curl though? Does she get another blue? She does. We have West Stanford in the chat leaving me a message for the draw for the Lakes passes. So I'm sure the teams are very excited about that. Producer Devin is looking for them somewhere. But thank you, Wes, for that information. So it's a good shot by Amanda, getting rid of the guard and the kind of the top house guard, but it does leave, it was always going to leave their red stone when you hit it that way. So Team Thompson still has a chance to put on a lot of pressure and possibly steal this end. And at this point, I think a blank is looking very unlikely for Team Adams Moss, just with the guard and that other placement. It's still possible, but just very hard to do. And this rock is going to be right frozen. That is an incredible shot. And Team Thompson has made pretty much everything this end. Yeah, you can't see much of that blue. Yeah, this is... I think you're forced to play the run back here, which you never want to do as a skip, because if you miss it, you're going to be left with an even tougher shot on your last one. Jeez. And the problem is you can see so little of that blue rock that I don't know if you can get to nose to like push the blue kind of open. Because if you ever hit it on the side and roll out or roll to the side, that blue's still going to be dead buried. So yeah, I'm not sure. Well, I shouldn't say I'm not sure I like this call. I don't like really any call here because it's just a really challenging situation that Team Adams Moss finds himself in right now. And Jocelyn needs to make a miracle happen with her first one. She probably needs to make a miracle happen with both her rocks, actually. But yeah, needs to get to nose on this shot. Cannot roll away and leave an out for Team Thompson. Or not an out, but leave a rock in a very good spot for Team Thompson. Okay. Here we go. Needs to curl a bit. This is too far out. And does that blue get out? You need to get that blue out of the rings. And oh dear. That is blue sitting 2. And Liz Garnett can do a little tap or freeze here. And Jocelyn's going to have to draw probably to the button in order to just get one. Elliot LeBlanc, you're asking if there's a sheet update on sheet 4. It is still 3-3. They're in the 7th end right now. So still 3-3 on sheet 4, 7th end. What rock is this? We might do a sheet update if we can when it gets to last rock. There's a ton of rocks in the house. Oh my goodness. Yeah. We're going to do a sheet update on sheet 4 as we watch Team Thompson trying to make a good shot here. Just needs to be somewhere in front of that blue, but this one does look a little light. Definitely lighter than the last one. If you can freeze it right to it, that's really good. A great shot. Okay. Sheet 4, this is last rock for Michelle Melnick, and it looks like she's facing 2 on her last. So I'm watching the rock right now coming down. They're halfway down the ice. She's throwing this hit. Sweepers are not near it at all. They're not near it at all, and I think this might be a flash coming. Yeah, so that's a steal of 2 for Team Thomas. Steal of 2, Team Thomas, 7th end. They go up by 2 going into the last end right now without hammer. 5-3, Team Thomas. Meanwhile, on our sheet, Jocelyn Adams-Moss has a draw to the button to get 1. So facing 3 on her last, this is a pressure draw. Wes Stanford asks, what happens in the event where both teams run out of time and the game is tied? I don't know about that one. I've never seen live a team actually run out of time. So yeah, I'll ask the umpire. It is a fun question. Amanda England coming out to help sweep this one. Line is really good, but you need to get this to the button. Does she have this? This looks really close. This looks really close. Do they have this? Needs to get to the button. Needs to at least outcount that other blue. And I think it's only maybe a steal of 1. That is really close. I think red is second shot, personally. Now, I was wrong already this weekend one. So in the chat, place your bets. Who is shot? I think it's red. Now, producer Devin thinks it's blue. Gracie, what do you think? Gracie also thinks it's blue, so it's 2-1 blue right now. I'm the lone red vote. Red. Okay, Elliot agrees with me. He thinks it's red. We'll zoom in. Hopefully we can see the dial. Great camera work by Gracie there. Oh, another red. We have another red. That being said, that is a biased red vote. Oh my god, I'm actually really surprised we can see this dial. Oh, that's awesome. Okay, so red first. Let's see where it's at. Okay, here we go. And it goes to the 1, I guess. So just to the 1. And then blue goes... Oh, wow. Oh, my goodness. I want to see this again. I'm not sure you're supposed to move... I think it might be red. I think you need to go around again, maybe. Or... Oh, okay. They've settled on it. It is red. Oh, my goodness. Jack McNamara is giving me $5 right now. So, yeah, it looks like that was a steal of 1 by a very, very close measure. Like maybe by like a tick on the measuring stick. Wow. Yeah. So Team Thompson goes up by 2 without hammer in this last end. And we have a game. This has been a very interesting game. Adams Moss was up 3-0 at one point. I don't know if you remember another end. She had a shot for, I think, 6. Like this has been like a very chaotic game, I should say. That's probably the best way to describe it. And we go now into the last end. Team Thompson needs to have this rock in the house. They do not want to give a free guard to Team... they don't want to give a free guard to Team Adams Moss, but I think they might be doing just that. This one is very light. Yeah. Now, if you're Jocelyn, you might be tempted to even guard that center, which seems very weird to do. But I have a feeling you're going to see Team Thompson potentially try to peel out their guard, and it's sometimes useful just to block that peel with the 5 rock rule. But at the same time, they're only down 2, so the corner isn't a bad choice as well. Another guard for them, a more useful guard for them. So I think both calls are good, but I sometimes prefer maybe to guard that center up. Update on Sheet 1, Battle of Sydney. It is 4-3 Team McDonald over Team Cormier in the last end. Team Cormier has the hammer, and Team McDonald is currently sitting 1 back button. 1 rock left, so we'll go to a sheet update for that as well in a second. And that was another draw attempt by Team Thompson and another guard. So that's 2 misses there by Team Thompson that, I mean, might not seem like a big deal, but when you're up 2 without hammer in the last end, you don't want to give guards. It's just giving your team something to draw in behind. So they are going to want those rocks back, I'm sure. And I know Jocelyn is very happy right now that she gets a bunch of guards to start drawing in behind. And you need this one in. This is your first point out of 2. So that's a great shot. Really well thrown. You don't need this to be really close to the button right now. You just need it somewhere in the rings, and they do just that. So Team Thompson was thinking of maybe drawing in behind or possibly peeling. I like the peel. Again, you're up 2, and right now there's a ton of guards for Team Adams Moss. Yeah, I think this is the call. Now, I'd be a little tempted to open up. It's an easier double peel, I feel, to get both blues out in this shot, but it's also pretty smart to get rid of this red corner early. And this one is curling a lot. You don't want to stick this. Okay, well, not ideal because you still have a corner for Team Adams Moss, but it is now your color and it's in a worse spot. Okay, I think Sheet 1 update coming up right now. This is 8th end. Team Julia Cormier is blue. Oh my goodness, I didn't see all those back blues. Okay, so Team Julia Cormier is blue, down 1. She can tap back potentially this red, and I think there's enough space that she can get 2 out of this. And oh my goodness, that was 5 rock rule. I didn't even remember that. 5 rock rule for team on our sheet. Team Thompson just peeled out Team Adams-Moss's guard, and that rock goes right back. That's a wasted rock. Yeah, I completely forgot that it was 5 rock rule. Okay, shot coming. Okay. Oh yeah, Team Julia Comey, they're trying to curl this. Does it get there? No, it does not. So there's a lot going on right there. And Lisa McDonald takes the win, steals in the last end, 5-3. Team McDonald wins their first game of the tournament. They go to 1-2. So great game, great effort, and we see Sydney 2 get a win. Okay, yeah, so on this sheet now, so for those that were watching the update, you might have missed this because I almost missed it, but there was a free guard zone violation on this sheet, and that red goes right back because of that, because it was still a 5 rock rule. And sadly, that draw is heavy. Can't capitalize on the mistakes. And now Team Thompson tries to do exactly the same thing, except a little better now, I guess, because even last time they didn't roll out. So you really want to roll out on this shot. And oh boy, this one sails right through all of the guards. And yeah, that's a complete flash. Oh my goodness. Team Adams-Moss has a chance to lie 2 again, just trading some mistakes, both teams. And you need to get this one in. Amanda England throwing her first stone now of this end. Anywhere in the rings. Ideally top house, though. The curling club is buzzing right now after Lisa McDonald's win, so if you hear a little background noise, there's a lot of chatter. It's good to see a lot of people turning up for the 9 a.m. draw here at the Sydney Curling Club. I know I joke a lot about attendance, but there actually is probably, I'd say 40 people watching at least right now. And I'm sure that number will increase as the day goes on. And look at that draw by Amanda. That was great. Right behind the corner, sitting 2. What do you do now for Team Thompson? You call a timeout, I guess. And I think this is a really good time to call a timeout. You have 4 rocks left, and you need to start making some decisions. Obviously, you can open it up, but you start to think, is it too late to open it up? Yeah, this is tricky. Again, yeah, so let's talk this through. I'm going to talk through my thought process, which is not entirely correct, probably. But if I was in this position, you have 3 guards you need to move. You essentially have 2 guards you need to move, because the blue is essentially 1 guard. You can get both out at the same time. And both sets of guards are guarding a red. You don't want to give up. We definitely don't want to give up more than 2 here. So because of that, you might be tempted to do 1 peel. See what Jocelyn decides to do. If she guards again, you might be tempted then to draw. So yeah, I think you need 1 more peel, and then if they make the guard perfect, you start being aggressive and you start going for the steal, which sucks when you're up 2, but you kind of need to. And they are lining up. If you can ever peel and get one of those reds in the house, that's even better. We have a question. Update on sheet 4, nearing last rocks. I believe there's 4 rocks left right now. And currently, Michelle Melnick is sitting 1 with hammer. And red is 3rd and 4th shot. But I do think Jill Thomas has an open hit. Of course, Team Thomas is up 2 right now as well. This looks really close to maybe get both reds. She gets one of them. Does the other one roll out? You need to get both of these reds out, and that's pretty good. Yeah, that's a really good result. You open up one of the reds, and then the other red's back 12, so you can maybe freeze to that on your last if you're really looking desperate. I think Jocelyn needs to draw this other way, because if you're light, you guard up that freeze attempt. Yeah, right there. Yeah, so really good shot there by Selena. You couldn't really make that much better. But yeah, so that's sheet 4. Okay, I am now looking on sheet 4. Jill must have missed her. She must have missed her first hit because Michelle is throwing now her, or not Michelle. Who throw? Michaela. Michaela's now throwing her first rock, and she has a chance to lie 2 with hammer down 2. So if she can put this in the rings, Jill's going to have a tough shot to not give up 2 at least. So yeah, we are going to update you when it gets closer to that. We might go to maybe we'll go to Jill's first stone or last stone, and then we'll do the last 2 stones in that end. That way we can see what's going on. Yeah, so after this stone right here. And I'm looking, and it looks like blue is now. I don't think they're second shot, but they might actually be fourth shot. So that might have come just a little light, but it is splittable. We see on our sheet Amanda England, it came up a little light, but it is in the rings, which is great. But if Selena can ever get this hit and roll, it's going to be a tough time for Jocelyn and co. to get 2 here. But I don't think she's going to roll the right way. Oh, it doesn't even get that back one either. You hear Selena say she should have taken less ice. So now, okay. Now let's go to this sheet. So Michelle Melnick is blue. She is, she needs 2. Okay, Jill Thomas, her last stone's coming down right now. It's halfway down. They are sweeping it for line right now. Actually, they're cleaning it right now. Here it goes. I think they have this hit. And, oh, does it roll out? Does it roll out? Okay, so red is sitting 3. How can blue get more than 1? I don't know if the split. I think the split might be there. So what you're not seeing is that blue. That's fourth shot. There's a very high guard. It's probably like 15 feet up. Yeah. So it's a very high guard, but it's definitely possible to get behind it. Yeah, so I think the split might be the shot. Really, you're always going to roll in to the 8-foot. It's just where that other one goes, but you don't even need the 8-foot for the other one. You need to essentially like bite 8. Hi, Jack. How you doing? You got money? Jack McNamara's talking to me right now. Do you want to be interviewed, Jack?
What?
Do you want to be interviewed? Say hi. What? I mean, just talk.
Hi.
That was Jack McNamara, ladies and gentlemen, saying hello to everyone at home. Okay, so looks like I think they've settled on the split with this ice. Back on our sheet right now, red is currently sitting 3 without hammer, and I think now Liz is trying this hit and roll. So that's what's happening on our sheet. You can see Liz is currently sliding out. Michaela is in the hack. That is the 4th stone thrower for Team Melnick. I'll let you know when she throws this last rock. So this is last rock on sheet number 4. Team Melnick needs to score 2 to tie and force an extra end. On our sheet, we have a flash. Oh my goodness, it goes through everything. Okay, the rock's by the hog line right now. The sweepers are not near it. I think it's a little heavy, but it's very close. Can she get anything? No, she does not. And that is 1 point, but that's not enough. It is 5-4. Team Thomas comes back and I believe wins the game. I think it's 5-4. Yeah. Yeah, okay, yeah. So 5-4. Team Thomas takes top spot in the pool. They're going to the playoffs for sure. Chances are Team Melnick will also go to the playoffs, but they do drop the 2-1. Okay, back to our sheet. Jocelyn has a chance to have a great draw here. And she can maybe sit 4, which doesn't really matter. Sorry, I just saw the comment. Nathan Toner said I like a chai latte more than a beer. Nathan, I hate to admit it, but I think I probably would enjoy that more. Oh boy. Okay. Anyway, yeah. So Jocelyn has a chance to lie 4, which doesn't really matter. She only needs 3 here, so she can go for the win. And speaking of Nathan works for a fantastic organization, business, I should say, called The Curling Store, our End 8 sponsor. So Nathan, thank you for tuning in, and Nathan and Scott, thank you for sponsoring and being our platinum sponsors in this stream. You guys are awesome, and anyone watching this who curls, who doesn't know about them somehow, now you do, and please go there, because you can get a lot of just really good curling supplies, high quality. You support a great business, and you can talk to the guys who know a lot about curling, know a lot of people in curling, and are just fun people to be around. So thank you, Curling Store, for being our platinum sponsor. See, I think Elliot disagrees that Nathan works. That was a good draw weight from Jocelyn, but it is wide open, kind of. So, well, actually, this is a tough spot for Team Thompson. What do you do? So, the problem is, even if you hit this one out and your shot's stone, Jocelyn's going to have exactly the same shot as Liz will throw to win the game. And she doesn't even need to stick then, because she has that catcher. Actually, now that I'm looking at it, I think red's only sitting 3. That back blue is probably okay in the top red. But at the same time, though, I think you need to play what they're playing, which is kind of like the freeze tap, and just essentially force Jocelyn to draw for 2. But this is so precise. If you're a little short, or if you're a little off nose, Jocelyn might be able to just smash it out for the win. On the last shot by Jocelyn, I got a 15-1, I believe, hog-to-hog time. So I am going to time this one just to get a little estimate of where this might end up. But you need to be close to that rock she just threw. You pretty much need to be second shot, so you need you're right frozen on top. Okay, last rock, Team Thompson, 8th end, needs to outcount at least that top red in order for this game to go on. This looks very heavy from the start, and it does need to curl quite a bit. A lot of heavy finish. They might be trying to tick off that top red right now because it's a little heavy. I got a 13-3. Can they roll this enough? Okay. Not ideal, but at least they got it touching the red. So if you're Jocelyn, you do need to probably hit a little on the inside of nose. I don't know if you can nose it too, because that blue might jam on the side red. Probably not, but it's always a risk. Andrew Blake says, great commentating. Thank you very much. I'm trying my best. It's hard when it's just me, but I'm enjoying it. Oh my God, look at the time too. Jocelyn has 20 seconds to throw. I didn't even notice that part. But, oh, she has plenty of time. Okay, Jocelyn Adams-Moss looking for the win. Let's see if she can get 3 points here to win this game. Comeback victory. Sweeping it hard out of her hand. Do they have this? Need to get by the guard. Need to get by the guard. I think they do. Does she have this? Yes, she does. That is 1, 2, 3, 4. Team Adams-Moss comes back, scores 4 points, and we have a victory. They're going to the playoffs, 3-0. Top of the pool, and what a great game that was. Team Thompson, thankfully, is also most likely going to the playoffs with a 2-1 record. But yeah, let's look at this. That got so close to that second one. But they knew. Great throw by Jocelyn there, and great game. well played end in the last end, and good staying in the game with not much time left. And yeah, look at that scoreboard. Oh boy. But yeah, so Team Adams will also be playing tonight at 7 in the quarterfinals. Team Thompson also likely to play at 7, but I don't want to say anything yet before the last set of round robin games, which will be played at 2. We will be streaming those games at 2 o'clock, so please tune in. We're excited for another action-packed game. It will be another game to decide the number 1 seed in a pool, so please tune in at 2 o'clock. And thank you, everyone, for watching. Thank you for our sponsors for supporting this stream, and we'll be back later today. My name's Bastion Lafort, and we're tuning out right now.
Something about this place brings me back, it always brings me back. This kind of love won't change. Brings me back, it always brings me back. I've crossed many miles, but one thing's always clear, my heart stays here.
McIntyre Chevrolet Cadillac Buick GMC is proud to sponsor the Sydney Curling Club. Looking for a new ride? Shop new or use, assisted by our friendly sales team with the largest selection of GM vehicles on the island. Need a part for your vehicle or an oil change? Visit our certified service and parts department for all your vehicle servicing needs. Hurry hard down to 101 Disco Street. Shop anytime online on our website and follow us on social media to stay up to date with all of our latest promotions.